Alright, ebusuan mo bibia kwa ba famra 2K ni semblo so wo YouTube so ase ebusuan for ya ba as usual nsem ahodo a ekoso owo Ghana say no ana de be so ahefo ene atifu nya na ebusuan me kase ndi tenya se info bi aliki ebusuan sim bi aba beton mountain so a ne nyina chese efa Okatakyie Afrifa ho ebusuan ne yese ho no na chese ho kan nsem bi nsem ho kan na chese NDC mpanyfo ene nkofo ahodo mo kasa edema party na ba be chimse da bi asem Okatakyie ko kan na enya no kure na ono na ya na adwen seche subu gu John Mahama anima ase no omo kwan omo den be fa so no enya asem keto na abusua men pesem kase betente beko ne akwa akwaje nsem nyina enchiremu ede abeba ababetena ase ne di ho enkomo na mesre wo se wonya subscribe my YouTube channel ya na do nsabo subscribe button so we are na de nsabo bell notification icon so se be and send be drop video and sabeka video bi enten so me din ede kwa am gentle
intimidation I'm telling you. We are not cowards. We don't fear. Your mama pursue you intimidation. And the cover your man so. Cocaine dear. Will be enemy say you are involved. More your cocaine.
Let me do justice to him. I'm expecting that by now the Narcotic Control Commission will be at the doorstep of this gentleman for him to come and answer charges.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. That he has made against our sitting president.
Exactly.
And prove so. By now, the narcotic, they should be there at his doorstep. Why am I saying that? Hey, cocaine business, no, it's a chain, and it cannot just move in 3 months. 8 years ago, some people were in power. We didn't hear you. And what we were doing at the airports. We didn't hear you, Mugabe. Did you hear him at the time? So this is a guy. This guy, I don't know whether to call him a journalistic chameleon. I don't know what name to call him. Today he's this color. Tomorrow is this color. So obi beka se denchem efu pedi denchem efu nefu o wa nu mienu wa ho nti o hwe bia aduane no wa no de na no ko ho no akodidi no amen. That's what he does. Because some time ago he was talking for NDC. Today he says what? They should arrest him for him to understand that what he has said o good John Mahama ho fi. So who cocaine ni a ohun no omo ni omo ko di agro no no mo ye cocaine no hu omo ana Mugabe ye ko prison ya madam phobia ye ko nya no o hwe ye show no mpo onu aye ready so be boy MPP for cocaine ni di no frame me o body me sre ya na say oh let's keep it omo be catch obi so cocaine oh the person they have sent to come and do this dirty game is Reverend in team for Joe and you're the fault you have Okatakyie and co say Mugabe me tifie me pe juma man fa me and am fa Okatakyie so mbe ye juma ha me boa me frɛ wa mama ma juma we akwasuba we mu di ni be ye juma wa o double Julius Zebra juma mu nanka me mpom be ye juma me njipe we wan so be ye wan so be gu ye unfi look at this guy o di nefu nenam go to Kumasi and God so your hin e wa hin fa e ya no dwane nu me he e di ni kro kita kra nu em say it's a borrowed name he wants to feel big about the FIFA name or something ejebi syndrome who be ma be na o mu National Commission on they should go narcotic control. They should by now they should be at his doorstep. If this one is Jack Price's work, he should do it fast. They should pull him. He should stay there and answer. He should write a statement and prove how John Mahama is involved in cocaine. What do you mean? The NDC as a political party abhors cocaine. Yes, growing up and seeing the NDC led by former President Jerry John Rawlings. Do you know how it started? Rawlings, he will stop you. All those cocaine people, he arrested them. He busted their gangs. If you don't know the history, let me tell you. And the tradition has followed through. Look, if you are an NDC person and you are acting in the center, you are being monitored by the Council of Elders. You cannot go and do anything on your own will and come and think that you get shielded. Let me tell you something. Bass Brandon, me ativo, assembly by. Look at how, didn't we have party elders? Couldn't they just have said that, sure, assemble NDC. So, you cannot be in the NDC and be doing dirty things.
Abugapele.
Yes, Abugapele. It happened to him. He was a close friend of John Mahama. They grew up together. They went to almost the same secondary school. They were friends. They entered parliament together. Asem too no. Obi Bejinaneti. NDC is not like that. Oh, NDC will not condone you to go and bring cocaine money into the party to come and use it to control anybody.
Party yes, ka.
The way we will believe. Yeah, you and Forba. If it is Gary and Pepe, we'll try and contain it until the time comes that we are in power. And we are modest when we are in power. But
dear Nebama is training for me to me a bomb with so more class only evidence.
Let me come in.
Well.
I mean, I don't know whether as a party we are not learning from our mistakes. This is the same boy. Okatakyie Afrifa is the same boy who, in 2016, brought out the allegation that His Excellency John Mahama had bought a hotel in Dubai.
Yes.
And it sank into people's heads. After he lost the election, His Excellency lost the election in 2016. And then Okatakyie, decided that he was moving from MPP to NDC. He came to confess that it was jandam. That was the first time I heard that word, jandam. That it was lies. He made up those lies. When that boy, Okatakyie, put out that allegation in 2016, our communication was quiet. We didn't fight it. Our security agencies were quiet. We didn't get him to come and prove. Look, under Nanado, Manasseh Azure had to run to South Africa because he had to run for his life.
Yes. He's being
because
chased.
you cannot just come and make allegations and walk away free. But Okatakyie has done it before. And he thinks that it is okay to still do it.
Yeah.
So he's doing it. And our communication team, they are not fighting back. They are not talking to say that, listen, what this man is saying is true. Our national security, for such a serious allegation to be made against the president, Okatakyie is still sitting down. He hasn't been called to come and prove. He who alleges must prove. You have alleged that the president is bathing in cocaine. Please, national security, Jakpa, whoever is in charge, national security coordinator, say, I mean, we cannot do business as usual because we suffered before we won power in 2024. We suffered. So we cannot be doing business as usual. We don't want any father for all thing where, he's Ghanaian. Look, we have freedom of speech in our constitution, but the freedom of speech also has obligations.
Yes.
That your opinion ends at the tip of my nose, where mine starts from.
Yeah.
So you cannot come and, spew out lies.
Yeah, you must be responsible.
You have, as a journalist, you are trained, but I doubt he's a journalist. I doubt he's a trained journalist. Most people who are presenters call themselves journalists without the necessary training, and so I doubt that he knows that the tenets of journalism.
He's been in the media for
so he's not a trained journalist. He doesn't know the ABCs of it. But
he's a journalist.
He's a journalist. Okay. But
Jandam
but he's a jandam journalist. We as a party cannot allow these lies to go on, to foster on. This started with Team Fojo, and I'm very sad to say to our communication people this afternoon that I thought that they would have handled it in such a way that by now they've squashed it, but it's still going on, and in Team Fojo still has the audacity to talk. Yet we all know that whatever Team Fojo is talking about is their lies. Nothing like that happened. The company, Ahmed, has come out to say, the company, Ahmed, has issued a statement to say that, look, we are a medical ambulance, air ambulance. We fly from countries to countries to pick up patients. In case people don't know what an air ambulance is, when people are traveling, like American citizens, like in my daughter's school, for instance, when I was enrolling her, they made me sign that in case of an emergency, an ambulance will pick her from here straight to America, and you pay for it. So we have American citizens in this country who have insurance, medical insurance, that wherever they find themselves and they fall sick, that insurance company would pay for an airline to come and pick them emergency and fly them back wherever their country is for medical. So that is what they do. They are an air medical ambulance. So according to the statement I read, they said that they came here for routine checkup. They came to change their tires, refueled, and went back. So my plea to that company is that Air Med ambulance, please, they are still destroying your name and tagging you with cocaine. Come and sue them. Come and sue them immediately. Now, airport company, you also sat there and allowed this jandam, the lies to go on. You as airport company, Ghana Airport Company Limited, you owed a duty to the presidency and to this government to have come out immediately.
But they have done that.
No, did you read the statement? It was to protect some of them. It was personal. That statement was personal.
So why is
that statement?
Why we still keeping some of them?
I don't want to talk about that. That is none of my business. My business is that Ntim Fodwo is alleging that a plane came to the airport, of which the Airport Company Limited is responsible for, and Ntim Fodwo has made allegations against that plane. As Airport Company Limited, you sat down for the allegations to go into people's heads without coming out to tell us that what the man is saying is not true, and tell us the business of the airmed and what you owed us a duty. You failed to do that, and then when you waited and waited and realized that that issue was not dying, then you issued a statement to cover your MD, that your MD was being attacked.
Why is that MD still doing there?
But that's I don't want to talk about that. That is none. My issue is about the allegations that have been made under my Bogabi. My issue right now is that the Airport Company Limited, they owed us a duty to tell Ghanaians that what the man said was not true, because every how do you call it, every plane that lands at the airport, they pay money, landing fees, to Ghana Airport Company Limited. Yeah. Do you understand? They pay monies to them, and so it's not free. So if you are rendering a service and you realize that there's been an illegal substance that has come onto your space, it is up to you as the director or the company. I'm not going to personalize this. The company, to ensure that you investigate and come out to the public and tell us that what the man is saying is not true. You waited, and then now you come and tell us that it is a smear campaign against the MD, and so you will take action. That is not what I wanted to hear in that statement. So Ghana Airport Company Limited, come and tell us what you need to tell us so that we can lay this issue to rest. Look, Mugabe, I have some MPP people on my timeline on Facebook, and they are having fun. Oh, what has happened to the ECG containers? What has happened to the cocaine? We all know that what Ntim Fodwo is saying, they are lies. We all know. However, it looks like our communication has been a little weak on it, and that is why in the third week we are still talking about it. Otherwise, we should not be talking about this. Otherwise, we should be talking about Nkuko Kitinkiti right now. So,
Afenyo is not ready. Say what the papa nebeko.
Look, he says he has a parliamentary immunity. So you hide under parliamentary immunity, and then you spew lies.
No parliamentary immunity.
Listen, Ghanaians.
And is the NDC or power? And the MP before who say parliamentary immunity. Yenim MPs do omo yachi omo fi yabo omo abongo edu makwako jina BNI so in this country. And
wako jina ho no mo say intimidation. Ghanaians, anybody who lies and is arrested, they are not arrested, they are invited. The person is not being arrested. They are invited to come and give evidence. Who will say where will be? And they say bra, and I be afraid say bra. Mama, your evidence, you know. Why are you now shouting intimidation?
Friday also
why are you shouting intimidation if you have evidence? So you are not being arrested. You are being invited to come and give us the evidence, because His Excellency has said he's ready and willing, if it is true, to punish anybody that is involved.